Well, as the saying goes, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. So, saved up and saved up and saved up. And we now have a Vevor Laser Engraver. So, it's going to be the unboxing and maybe, depending on my energy, a full setup on it, all in one video. Because right now I got put on some blood pressure medicines and that shit is making me goofy. Got zero freaking energy. So let's see how far we get on the unboxing and we'll go from there. Let's start pulling this stuff out. There be the laser. There be the power pack. Mounting bracket for the laser. Various hardware tools and test materials. Cables. Defeaties. And two of the 4 frame pieces. Power cord. Let's see what else we got in here. I assume that would be the control unit. Yep, even with Wi-Fi. Interesting. The wire rails. That's pretty snazzy though when you think about it. That chain link style feed and all seems pretty sturdy too. It's not super chintzy like some of the other stuff. Ooh, laser glasses and the don't eat gel packs. And the other cable loom. Here's the trolley. I hope there's more bars underneath this somewhere because there's supposed to be 4 bars to make the frame, not 2. Man, that's pretty heavy. That's a hefty rig right there. Yep, there we go. There's other bars. And nose holes, nose holes. Very well packaged. I will admit, this is very impressive compared to some of the other stuff I've received from the internet. I believe that would be all. So let's get this out of the way and get our pieces up here so we make sure we have everything. Sorry for snuffly rose, but it is allergy seasons and all that. I assume all the tools are in there. I watched the video on how to put this thing together, but we'll take a peek at the instructions too as we go along. I'm sure there might be warnings and guidelines. So, be smarter than the bag and get the toolage out. need the thumb screws. We need the rail. Oh, I guess they should all come out of there. Alright, don't need test plates, don't need the laser. The laser spacing. And the cleaner cloth just yet. So, set that aside. That's kind of worrisome that that wasn't sealed, but will not freak out just yet. I assume because it got crinkled, it could have popped open. Okay. I'm not going to need that to later, so I can set this off to the side on the floor, get it out the way. Alright, let's see what the good book says here. Got all our security stuff and all that. I'll go through and read all this stuff before I power it up. But for now, let's start with the assembly instructions. And I am going to have to go grab my granny glasses. All right, so we need the M5 by 25 for the frames. And let's see, are these numbered or? Okay, assume. Alrighty, that's some tough plastic. Not sure how much is exactly showing up on the video, but yes, very entertaining video watching Bill get his butt kicked by plastic. There we go. Now this is the right side, I assume, with a big R. And this would be the left side. That would be forward. And okay, yep, the left side has the numbers. So I assume these spacer bars go right here. Get these in a loose fit and go from there as to what is up and what is down. Get in the hole. You see, it's going to be one of those things, huh? Oh yay, sweat dripping in the eye, now I can't see nothing. Lovely. It's only 92 degrees in this apartment right now, so don't mind me if I act a little mental. Okay. Inside. Next side. Yeah, none of this is actually showing up on camera, is it? Oh well, once it lays flat, you'll see more. Yeah. Let's see, where's the... Okay, that's to the front, that's to the right. So that would be... that goes there. And as in all screws, you turn backwards till you feel the click. So you know you grab that first thread. And you'll never strip a bolt or nut again. I just flashed back into Transformers where he's talking about his cousin in the clown suit, hot and sweaty and makeup's melting and making his eyes burn. Okay, that's the 4 pieces together there. I just gotta figure out which end is up on these bars here. So for the feet. Okay, since those holes are that way, I assume that's the feet. So I can probably snug these up a little bit so they're not twisting in the wind. And same thing on this one. A little bit snug. These aluminum extrusions are really nice. I bought some other aluminum extrusion to build a to build a router sled, which I'm currently in the process of doing. That'll be the next video out. But this stuff here is much heavier, and it just, the aluminum just feels different. Not sure if it's because the anodizing or what, but it just feels different. Okay, next step is we fit the trolley on. You in so you don't break that switch off or cut any wires. Do the same thing for you. There. And of course I started on the wrong side, so evidently it does have to go on from the back. because there's a switch over here on this side. That goes on there nice and easy. And we'll adjust the bottom rollers as it says here later, once I get the feet on and get it up in the air, get it all solid, and then get this thing square. So we need the M5x8s, which are not those, which are those. We're gonna need 1, 2, okay, those are 14s. Okay, so it gets, each leg gets 2 14s and then 1 8. And again, I'm working off screen probably, because this is definitely wider than the screen can show on the camera. I'll slide this forward here. And no, just there. So who else wants to ride the struggle bus? Okay, so that's square now, so I can tighten this side up. And get the end piece here. And that's that one. And I'll do, seeing my fingers, we'll do the back one here. Oh, sounds like the neighbors been celebrating a little bit. And that gets snugged up there. And you can hear neighbors barking rats. Some things will whine and bark for 14, 16 hours a day over there. And we wonder why Bill's semi-insane. Number 2. And the last one. Seeing eye fingers, man, it's a mechanics thing. Anybody bored yet? Should probably go grab a coffee or drink or whatever, because it's going to be a few minutes. I feel ambitious. We'll probably put the whole thing together and then quit there and read up on setup and all that stuff. And testing. So I will do the normal thing, get the links to what this actually is and put it in the description and all that for you guys when I edit the video. Okay, we're up on 3 feet. That's a good thing, right? My table's not big enough to hold the whole thing here. So it's going to be an interesting issue. Maybe if we go this way with it. Yeah, that's a little better. That'll actually fit. Be smarter than a table, Bill. Okay, so what's the next piece we got to do? So it looks like we got the cable guide and the power system. Okay, so let's grab that box next. Assume that gets the M8, as the rest of them have. Once again, turn backwards till you feel the click. Then you can go in and not have to worry about it ever stripping threads. Does sweat count as water for electronics when you're doing this stuff? Because I'm just melting here. Okay, that's up on 4 legs. And we're gonna need 4 more M3x6. Which are those? So far it's pretty simple. Everything's nice and packaged in different steps. Yes, I know that's oh no, that is actually a step. So get rid of you and you. And you are for this one. And you are going to go down on this end here. amazing how stiff that wire loom is. It doesn't allow for anything doubling over without misaligning everything, which is good. Because that's still, no, everything I'm doing is not on camera. So, yeah, I'm struggle busting with these tiny screws right here, is what I was doing. Sorry, one-man crew, and this barely fits on the table. Okay, that is that. This one, I believe, goes to yes, right here. Make sure we get it down the bottom holes here. Yeah, there's 3 holes there, so probably gonna hit the wrong one first. Start there. That looks like a good place. And then start it loose. Well, that's a first for Bill's Law. Got the right hole out of 3 the first time. Something disastrous is going to happen. Has to. Bill's Law dictates it. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Alrighty. So we have frames together, trolleys on, 3 legs are on, control units on, first wire looms on. Okay, and they're showing putting the feet on again, but okay. Now the belt, which is this setup here. See, they've got the top belt already on, so you got the 2 side belts to put in. And anybody's worked with this extrusion type setups know that these things can be a pain in the butt because they spin around and don't line up properly sometimes. So this is I'm not going to struggle with this. I'm going to go me go to the back side. There we go. That's the slot. Slot goes in there. Going. Okay. And then they show. Trick here is to take that in there, and that's not going to fit. Let's go with something thinner. It goes up over the drive wheel and back under the trolley wheel. It's like threading shoelaces, right? Except Bill don't seem to be smarter than shoelaces right now at the moment. Behave. Okay. Something tells me this is going to be a struggle to get in there. Oh, not quite as bad as I thought it was. And I guess we go on the other side here and pull that tight. Let's get you out of the way. Come down here a little bit more. Can we see this here? Yeah, we can see this barely, but what we've got is these tiny little key lock things that they go in the channel like this, and then they'll drop down, and then you can spin them, and then they'll lock in and grab from the side. So that's what I'm currently working on and trying to get together here. They say put a little bit of tension on this roller, so we have done so. Okay, drive bar spin, so I guess we got to turn this thing around. Do the same thing on the other side. Make sure I get it in the video this time so we can actually see this. There we go. Okay. So they have the slots in there for the belt to go in through the side. Fish that in until you get to the wheels. Bring the end up. And over. And then go back through the other side underneath the trolley wheels. Take the belt out so you can grip it. And I pulled the other side out. Oh, I'll just do this side first. Ain't nothing but a thing. And I found out with the belt in there, it's easier to take the screw out first, drop it down in there, and then so you push down and twist with your fingernails and get it where it needs to be, and then lock it down with a screw. And then the same on the other side. A little tension on it, make sure you got the slack out of it. Okay, here, that's our trolley and the belt's on. And at this point, I'm going to stop the video, take a little break so I can go clean off my glasses, wipe my forehead, and get the sweat out of my eyes before we continue on.